and text. And today we're here to review a game that I've seen lots of mixed opinions on. This game would be Super Mario Sunshine. Now, this game was the first Mario game for the GameCube, since I consider Luigi's Mansion a Luigi game. And in this, the story is basically that Mario, Peach, Toadsworth, and a couple of Toads go to Isle Delfino for a vacation, which, I guess Mario never gets. So at first it looks like a great place, looks nice and wonderful, perfect vacation setting. But they soon discover that Peach rather, discovers that something's wrong. She sees a Mario-like figure going on in the background of this whole thing. And it turns out once they get to the island that this person, who looks exactly like Mario, has been basically screwing up the island, dirtying it, and Mario's sent to clean up the whole thing. See right there, doesn't that look just like him? And of course, Mario's thinking of food, and Toadsworth just, I don't know, he's sleeping right now. Yeah, that's exactly what he's thinking. Sleeping and turtle rides. But later on in the game, Princess Peach gets captured by this doppelganger, and Mario has to save her. Like, we've never heard that plot before. Yeah, you think by now she'd know how to defend herself text. And in this game, you already know the story. The graphics, how about we do that first? The game looks interesting, the art style is appealing. It's, it doesn't look like it's an updated version of Mario 64 to me. It looks like it's a next generation console. It doesn't look like a more powerful 64. And, they present everything well. The color palette, the designs and everything in this game looks great and wonderful. It definitely looks like a Mario game should. Even though they're on an island, and this isn't Princess Peach's castle, you're not gonna see every Mario enemy from before. You're not gonna see any Goombas, and you're not really gonna see any Koopas or anything. But you are gonna see some Mario-like enemies, like something that looks like a bomb. You're gonna see those little mole things that were in Mario 3 that hide under the ship. You're gonna see those kind of creatures. And you're gonna have your little Mario reminiscences. Don't worry, it's not gonna be super different. The controls work fine. The camera is controlled by you, in a sense, so there's never gonna be any situations where the camera's gonna mess up on you. Usually, I have had very, very small amounts of times where something happened, but sorry. There isn't usually any issues like that. The controls are fine. You're gonna have all your old Mario moves. You're gonna have your little diving attack. You're gonna have your ground pound, your triple jump, side jump, and you're actually gonna have a new thing where you can spin around and either shoot the water pump or jump and shoot the pump. And it's gonna be actually incorporated very well. It's higher than a regular jump, and it gets rid of the goop pretty quickly. And Flood, in terms of controls, is controlled very well. There's a thing where you can run around and shoot, or you can stand still and aim and shoot. And they incorporated this perfectly. There was never any problems with Flood that I had. I was always able to react fast enough to get the enemy. You'll never really have an issue like if you're playing Resident Evil, you gotta turn around zombie. And the game works fine. There's no problems in terms of controls. Like that scene you saw Mario hanging off of things like Mario 64, but now he can hang off the side of things. There's a blooper enemy right there too. That's what I mean by reminiscences of old Mario games. Your main thing is to clean up the island, but don't worry, you're gonna see little missions and stuff. There's gonna be some points that almost look like, actually they look kind of like Galaxy, because there's levels where you have to get shine sprites and you're not allowed to use FLUDD as Shadow Mario takes it away from you. The level designs are all interesting. You know, it is a tropical resort, but it still feels just like a Mario game. And, you know, at some points I felt like I was in Puerto Rico, because it really does give that feature of a tropical area. It gives the perfect balance between Mario genre and a tropical island. You're gonna feel that mix where it's gonna feel like Mario 64, just in a different kind of setting. I mean, obviously you're not gonna be in Peach's Castle, but you're in a very good environment. There's tons of places to explore. They're huge. They are gigantic. They're like Bomb-On Battlefield times 3 in their size. They're just big, really, really big areas. The only problem, by the way, I've actually ever had with controls is the boat scene in the last level. Ugh. Good luck with controlling that. I got past that area out of luck. I didn't even know what the hell I was doing. The whole concept. Ugh, I'm losing my mind today. The whole concept of this game, with incorporating the water pump FLUDD, which I don't know, it stands for like some kind of complicated thing, like something ultra dowsing device or something like that. I don't know. The whole concept where you control him to clean up the goop, it seemed kind of far-fetched at first. I thought it was going to be one of those weird games where it's not going to work right, but Nintendo, usually they make some weird stuff and then they're always able to somehow put it together. They definitely pieced this game together well. I didn't have a problem with that. They put FLUDD in his place. He's useful. You know, you're going to be using the whole game. The only thing is they took away the punches, but since you use FLUDD, it's unnecessary to have that, really. You're going to beat him with all the enemies, or you're just going to jump on them. The whole replace, you know, it's just like Mario 64 in terms of how to win. You just collect shines to unlock new places, explore them, and you fight some bosses, do mission. Little mini games like surfing. I find this to be a very solid game. And the score, for me, gets a 9 out of 10. It's a wonderful, wonderful game. I really, really love it. But it just doesn't give the same feel Mario 64 did. Yep. So, I'll see you guys later. Comment, rate it, do what you want. And, you know, see you guys around.